Warning: the following events were performed in a closed range by trained professionals. Do not attempt to recreate or reenact any of the events performed on this show.
Welcome to Bullistics, where projectiles go head-to-head with common and often messy household items. Competitors will endure spectacular hits, shocking spills, and magnificent splats. The round that makes the mightiest impact will be crowned champion. You can help choose the winner by voting for your favorite contender in the comments. The epic competition begins now. Here are your Bullistics hosts, Danny King and Corey Romero.
Hey folks, I'm Corey Romero.
And I'm Danny King.
Welcome to Bullistics.
This week, our main event has 9mm rounds facing off against chicken eggs. Our feature event has a 460 Smith and Wesson versus a jumbo ostrich egg. Ostrich eggs are big and thick, but can they stop a 460 Magnum round? Let's find out.
Before we move on, we need to announce the winner of last week's competition. Last week we had the 45 ACP versus cans of biscuit dough. It was a really excellent video, and if you didn't catch it, be sure to go check it out after this one. We don't want you to miss out on any of the good stuff.
And without further ado, the round with the most votes from last week was the 165 grain Federal Guard Dog. It did an amazing job, and we'll be excited to see if it can hold on to that title in future episodes.
All of our competitors this week are from the 9mm family. The 9mm cartridge was created by George Luger in 1901, and it's commonly considered the most popular handgun cartridge in the world. The 9mm is the standard cartridge for NATO forces, as well as many other countries, and it's carried in about 60% of police sidearms. 9mm projectiles are smaller than the 45 ACP competitors we had last week, but they're also much faster.
Unless you've been living under a rock, you probably know what chicken eggs are and where they come from. They come in a variety of shapes and colors, but today we'll be using just common old white chicken eggs from the grocery store. If you'd like to see other types of eggs in future episodes, then go ahead and feel free to leave us a comment in the comments down below, and we'll see if we can't get to it.
Okay folks, let's scramble some eggs.
Our first competitor is the 124 grain Spear Gold Dot. Gold Dot was the first handgun ammunition loaded with truly bonded core bullets.
Our second contender is the 105 grain Federal Guard Dog.
Next in line, we have the 124 grain Remington Golden Sabre.
Next out of the barrel is the 124 grain Federal Punch.
cartwheeling its way up next is the 115 grain Forst Scott Tumble Upon Impact.
Our final challenger is the 90 grain Underwood Extreme. The EXD projectile has optimized flute geometry, allowing it to achieve penetration up to 18 inches deep.
That completes the main part of our competition. Which round do you think did the best? Let us know by voting in the comments below. There was a lot of exciting action going on today, so don't feel bad if you don't remember the name of your favorite round. We'll do a quick recap before the end of the episode.
Coming up next is my favorite part of the show, the feature event. This week we have a 460 Smith and Wesson competing with a jumbo ostrich egg. The ostrich egg is the largest egg of any living bird. They are 20 times heavier than a regular chicken egg. Ouch.
In this shot, you can see the ostrich egg compared with a common chicken egg. An ostrich egg is roughly equivalent to 2 dozen chicken eggs. Boy, what an omelet. Absolute devastation and amazingly gross.
It reminds me of when that big dinosaur sneezed on that girl in the first Jurassic Park movie. If you haven't seen that, it's worth a watch. We thought there may be some large chunks of eggshell left, but we were wrong.
The largest pieces were probably around an inch in diameter, and that was it. There was just nothing else but fragments. Y'all may not be aware, but splattered eggs have a smell. It's not too strong, but it's also not pleasant.
They stink.
We hope you like this week's explosive featured event, and we hope you'll come back and join us again next week. We'll be testing to see whether or not a 45 long colt can penetrate 10 large cans of shaving cream.
If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button or ring that bell. Why don't you go ahead and do that now? That way you never have to worry about missing out on any of the fun or the excitement. And maybe you haven't noticed, but we're kind of new around here. And we'd appreciate it if you'd let others know, hey, come check these guys out. They're fun.
Share the joy.
The joy. As promised, here's a quick review of the players from the main competition. Be sure to vote for the egg exterminator you think did best down in the comments below. We'll announce the winner at the beginning of our next episode. Show these rounds some love because they work real hard for your votes.
And while you're casting your vote, feel free to let us know if there's any other items or objects that you'd like to see wind up on the table, and we'll make sure that they get there.
First, the 124 grain spear gold dot.
Second, the 105 grain Federal Guard Dog.
Third, the 124 grain Remington Golden Saber.
Fourth, the 124 grain Federal Punch.
Fifth, the 115 grain Forst Scott Tumble Upon Impact.
Sixth, the 90 grain Underwood Extreme.
Well, that concludes today's show.
Thanks for joining us.
We hope you had an excellent time.
I'm Corey Romero.
I'm Danny King.
And we'll see you next time on Bullistics.
Thanks for joining us. Let us know in the comments if there are particular household items you'd like to see on stage. Be sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons if you'd like to see future episodes. Join us again next week for more fun and adventure.